Welcome back everyone to another episode of ShadeTV. My name is Marissa Hill and today we're going to be unboxing a brand new silhouette on the channel that I've been looking forward to. These are the Yeezy 450 Slides in the cream colorway. Let's take a quick sneak peek. Welcome back everyone to another unboxing and review. If you're joining us for the first time, welcome in. Today is the day I am extremely excited to be holding for the first time ever the Yeezy 450 Slide in hand. As most of you know, these were leaked early on, and unfortunately because of the downfall with Adidas and Kanye's relationships, these actually got postponed, but I am so excited that they actually ended up releasing these. I was able to cop a pair of these on the Confirmed app, so congrats to anyone who copped it on Confirmed or at a retailer. We're going to go through the overview of this silhouette. I brought out some other silhouettes that this actually takes some DNA from. We'll go through that overview, jump into size and fit on these, followed by how I styled this creamsicle colorway, and then we'll conclude with how crazy well these are doing currently on the resale market. Let's jump right into it. So for those of you who have been along for the ride for the slide craze, you probably had to snag a pair of these. This definitely draws some anatomy from the 450 silhouette as well as the slide as far as material goes. So I did bring out my 450 just so you can kind of see the comparison of that wavy outsole and midsole, which definitely has that same construction on the bottom of this slide. This is definitely a heavier material, but as far as the material feels to the touch, it is exactly the same. As far as the slide goes, this is definitely around a similar weight. I would actually say though that the Yeezy 450 Slide is slightly lighter, which I kind of actually prefer. These are a little bit on the heavier side of things. And then of course, where your top of your foot is actually fully covered with this slide actually has these perforated massive holes on the top. So definitely think about wearing no socks with these in the summertime because you may get a crazy eccentric tan line on your foot. So I definitely will most likely be wearing socks every time I rock these, but I do love that it gives you that extra breathability and it definitely makes this slide a bit lighter. As far as material goes, this is definitely a foam, as you can see on the box, foam material. So this is a very lightweight slide and again, just very breathable. So if you are dying like myself in New York, this is definitely something I'm probably gonna find myself going towards just because it provides so much breathability. As far as this colorway goes, I'm not exactly sure why they called it cream, just because this does not necessarily look like a cream colorway. I would say it's more like a creamsicle colorway. It definitely has a hint of orange, but one of the things I love about this is it's not an extremely bright orange. It's more neutral in tone. So this is very easy to style and definitely a color scheme that you can rock all year round. Wouldn't advise that in New York just because this is gonna actually probably make your feet freeze outside. All right, so pretty much monochromatic look all around. We've got Adidas's logo on the interior here. And other than that, let's just take a look at all of these details up close. All right, so now let's jump into size and fit on these. As advised by the Confirmed app, they did say to size up, so I decided to size up on these. I did actually cop a couple other pairs in different sizes, so I will have a full sizing guide up at some point in time, but I went with Adidas' size range with sizing up. So I'm typically a 7.5, so I went with a size 8. I would say that I definitely have some extra space, so to play it safe, I felt like that was the way I really wanted to go, because it would suck if these were too small. Your toes would probably hang over the edge. But I would definitely agree with Adidas on this one to size up, specifically if you are in that half size range like myself. As far as space goes, I would say I have extra space up above my foot. It's not as tight as the Slide. You can see that this is a bit more narrow of an opening, and this is a bit more on the wider side of things. So if you do have wider feet, this is definitely going to probably be a better fit for you. If you have narrow feet, you're definitely going to have some extra space, and probably most likely, like myself, wearing thicker socks with this to kind of fill in that space above your foot. All right, so now let's jump into styling. Again, really nice monochromatic neutral look. So I wanted to keep my looks pretty simple. For the first look, I decided to go with this striped button-down long sleeve shirt with matching shorts to kind of pair some color options with this. And then for the second look, wanted to keep it super neutral, so I decided to go with a jumpsuit that was in a cream colorway. Creams, khakis, any natural tones will work wonderfully with this, just because, again, this is such a great, easy, light shade of a creamsicle tone. Then for the last and final look, dressed it up a bit with a nice kind of pastel toned dress that had some nice different shades of oranges and browns and reds, and I felt like it complemented the color scheme of these slides perfectly. So now let's conclude with how these are currently doing on the resale market. So as most of you know, when it is the first of its kind, typically when it comes to Yeezy, the first color typically does insanely well on the resale market. So these retailed at $110 and they're going between $150 to $250 currently, depending on what size range you are. So again, congrats to anyone who's able to pick up a pair of this brand new silhouette. I'm absolutely obsessed with it. it. Definitely going to be trying to wear this as much as I can for the rest of the summertime. That's it, everyone, for this unboxing and review. If you joined us for the first time, thank you so much. My name is Marissa Hill. This is ShadeTV. We will catch you all next episode.
I just wanna have fun. Come and beat me up.